So what I do now? So I backed out to the main menu, right? Yeah. Same time? Gotcha. Damn, how my team get sorry.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Las Vegas, home to the UNLV Rebels. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the UNLV Rebels. 3A Sports College Football.
You boys must have started losing.
By a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. On the move, it's Thomas. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Catch in the middle. It's Watson. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fuck.
As they come to the line on 3rd.
All right, we gotta take the lead with no minutes left. We need a long, matriculating offense that leads in a touchdown.
You want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes
We
it
can
all
beat
away,
Poot Rock, West
check
Virginia.
the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
My team really ass, bro. These niggas suck. Oh, God.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long.
He hurt, but he's still out here balling. That's all I can ask for.
First down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help.
Ooh, they sniffed this shit out already, I feel like. Like,
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him
that
to the
nigga
second
McIntyre.
level. Running, full head of steam.
Y'all need to
Safety.
keep an eye on that nigga McIntyre.
Almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Oh, shit. This goddamn play confused the shit out of me.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker, it's Freeman. Got it out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's throw this at him.
Use the play fake now to
See if we can get out of this.
rush coming in hot, and they got him
Yeah,
at the
man.
29.
The defense just simply
I didn't even get a chance to throw that shit.
Offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass
Shit,
rushers.
man.
Oh, man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits. After
You
that
fucking
last
pass
play,
block.
2nd and
You're not going nowhere, so.
Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Reynolds. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Ah!
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are
Good
willing to take the
shit.
easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too.
Good
But
shit,
don't
young
forget,
niggas.
it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Good shit, young niggas.
Grab near the sticks. It's Watson. The Rebels get enough for the 1st down. They get the conversion there. He used
Yeah, a nigga named Thunderbird. I feel that.
And like 3rd and short, find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little
Yeah,
move,
Thunderbird is
push and
fucking
get the
crazy.
first down.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Come on, bruh.
They'll try to impose their will. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability.
Shut
on
up.
TV.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Let it go to the 2-minute.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Is this the first game they stopped calling the 2-minute warning?
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3
Hmm?
tight end look on 1st and 10.
They called that shit a 2-minute timeout.
Oh, yeah. I ain't started doing that last year.
They'll run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. And they
How many yards McIntyre got? 73? I gotta get my nigga geesed up, man.
Coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They
You
had
gotta
to
get the
the
boy Matt
quarterbacks
geesed
on
up.
the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That one could really put this drive into high
you
gear
gotta
as they have
do.
a first.
Bruh, ain't no way, bruh.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope.
That's the way you bounce back, guys.
How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the
That's how you
wheels.
bounce back, guys.
Getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Scanning the field, it's Mack. Grabbed over the middle, it's McClain.
I'm proud of you little young niggas. I got a 2 top 10 teams, Duke and SMU or some shit. I might as well send them games.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
By the crowd jumping, ain't it?
Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's carry on. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the
Commit,
space
young
in the middle
niggas,
of the field
bruh.
to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys,
Commit,
they're good
you niggas.
after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
The give on the inside. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
I'm back too deep.
Back to pass. That's caught. It's Anderson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, these plays are really
dead deep.
Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Mack. Fires toward the end zone. Wide out trying to get it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Bulldog! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hoy. He stopped short of the 20. He had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
That shit is not that.
to change this route. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stop just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on.
Big bets.
You see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. Sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking downfield. It's Calandria. Going over the top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. Wide open spaces. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're
Outrunning everybody.
for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to
That
Kevin
nigga ankle
Rogers.
hurt on my screen.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker, anything is possible. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rutgers. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Running back searching for a hole. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
It's a seam wide open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Pulls it and fires to the left. Turning it on. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Can't get it to the ground. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Incomplete to the wideout. Brings up 3rd down.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. To throw, it's Calandria. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
I'm trying to figure out what that boy tried to football about.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36.
Got these superpowers.
The give to the tailback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Tackle is made at the 4-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Floats it out in space. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Hand off from the shotgun. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
3rd down coming.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Back to throw, it's Mack. Wide open downfield.
That's wild, because he most definitely got an offensive lineman running up the field.
Yeah. On this drive alone, I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fresno State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Fresno State 21, UNLV 7.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Lloyd. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
1st and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Perry. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Calandria. The short hands, it's Watson. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He's taking the shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Caught over the middle. It's Carry-On. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad, because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Under fire. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Rushes on him. Finds a man on the left. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and after that last score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the running back from the shotgun. Still running at the 40. Smashes it. Racing down the left side. Lots of running room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Mack. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Right on the money. Turning on the Jets. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the 1st down. They need him to play great in the second half. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They're going to ride this running back. Flying out to the left. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fresno State. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, But Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by 13 over Rutgers. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
What's happening?
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20.
Oh, we can finish it, bro. I ain't.
It's Calandria. Bringing the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the
No, I'm gonna keep playing. I need to play defense.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half.
I know what you're doing. I just can't do nothing about it. Like, if you being
looking for a physical attack from the gun.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator?
I should have what's in the called
You
it.
can run that on first down.
I should have picked my own defensive playbook.
Second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the
Come on,
air.
bro, get out.
Unleashes one. Another incompletion on third down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Going to the running game. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Gain of 4. Brings up second down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
49, UNLV, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Floyd. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
First and 10.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
This time he's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, keep it going.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Let's go. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Snagged in the middle. It's Perry. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The screen, he's got wheels. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously?
Right.
I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Flips it out on the screen. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, and it will bring up a 4th down and decision time.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, UNLV.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to pass. It's Mack. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Good call. Good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
The give from the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
It's 3rd down.
the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. To the air, it's Mack. Quick strike complete. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
My defensive line is non-fucking-existent, bro.
They thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
Yeah.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Rebels will keep this drive going.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They go to the ground. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Calandria. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space.
But look at your alignment, bro.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. It's a really nice run.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The hand to the running back. Defense holds their ground, pick up of a yard. It's at the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle.
Well, the defense finally gets a stop there, but a big reason why they've got the lead right now is because of this dude toting the rock. And, David, it just seems like he's been getting better as the game's gone on.
Yeah, and the defense all night, no answers. I mean, he's shown you a little bit of everything, whether it's inside, whether it's outside, whether it's outrunning people or breaking tackles. This guy's been a game wrecker.
Absolute shame. Missed it. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Back to throw. It's Calandria. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is
Yeah, I just look at the nigga around past you, 78.
just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Incomplete.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The Rebels need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Reynolds. Nice move, create some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be in the future.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The Rebels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Using the quick game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown. The way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle fulfill for next week?
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The give to the back. And you don't get nearly enough on 3rd down, 4th down coming from the 48.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. One more play to pad the stats. Looking for space. It's Thomas. And they'll nose it back to the line of scrimmage, but that is it for the play and for the game. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for...